Is that all you need?
シャーペンの芯がなくなりそうだからそれも買っておこう。
Gotta have that lead for the pencil. I followed Senpai into the stationery store. I've gone shopping with Amane Senpai today. I'm what you might call the bag carrier. Even so, just me going shopping with Senpai could be considered a side benefit. Oh yeah.
もう忘れ物はないぞ。
Sweet. Shall we head back? I want to spend more time with you, Amane Senpai.
今日はありがとう。おかげでいっぱい買えた。
Coop? No, it's no problem at all. She bought paper and equipment for sketching, as well as some tools where I wasn't sure of their usage. The amount and the weight would be too much for Senpai to carry by herself.
けど、どうして急に買い出しに付き合ってくれたんだ?
Well, I thought it might be tough to do it by yourself. I've been entrusted with a secret mission today. I have to stall her until the others finish preparations for the farewell party. The other day, we hurriedly decided that we would hold a farewell party, but to surprise Senpai at least a little, we wanted to keep the exact date a secret. Right now, Katori and the others should be proceeding with the preparations at the dormitory. I wonder if they'll manage. They told me not to worry, though, because they called in some help. Huh? Senpai, where are you going? Senpai turned her steps in the direction opposite from school.
荷物を持って帰るんだ。飛び魚荘に。
Why? Weren't you going to put them in the garage?
ああ、これは寮で作業できるように買ったものだからな。
I see. Indeed, she bought a lot of things that she already has on her desk in the garage.
どうしたんだ? 帰らないのか?
No, this is bad. If she returns to the dormitory like this, they'll be caught in the middle of preparations. Why don't we go for a little stroll?
別に構わないが。
Oh yeah. Senpai agreed to it, even though her expression showed that she was slightly perplexed by my sudden suggestion. Alright, let's go! As far as possible. So we're going on a date with Senpai. As far as possible. Following that idea, I chose the course for the stroll. If we take a detour and circle the lake along the promenade, then I noticed that we were walking up a gentle slope.
これは見事だな。
Magnificent. Amane Senpai breathed a sigh of admiration as she gazed at the windmills lined up along the gentle slope. Is this the first time you've seen them?
下から見るのはな。湖越しにか、空の上からしか見たことなかった。
I see. Not many people would have seen this place from the air. I was one of those few people. I feel quite proud of that.
ここは自然エネルギーの研究施設だったな。
I think so.
私が慶風学園に来た頃には、
Oh
まだ
shit.
建設中だった。
Well, when you first came to Kifu Academy, that was a long ass time ago. They started building it when I wasn't living here. I see. At that time, Senpai was already a student at Kifu Academy. You were in the robotics club during your first year, and after that, you joined the soaring club, right?
ああ、そうだ。入ったというより、部を作ったという言い方が正しいな。
More like I made that shit. Together with Iska-san, is that right? For a moment, Amane Senpai looked at me in wonder, and then she nodded. I guess Iska's name coming from me felt out of place.
私はイスカに誘われたんだ。イスカがあの写真やガレージを見つけてきて、
So the
ソアリ
two
ン
of you
を
made
作
it.
ろうと言い出した。
Got it. I wish I could have seen it.
何をだ?
You at that time, when Senpai was Katori Nagaha's age. Senpai took a good look at her own body. Wait, what?
今とそう変わらないと思うぞ。
Seems that her boobs were just as big back then. Tori would be very jealous if she heard that. Her looks aside, I can't imagine Mochizuki Amane as an innocent young girl. Her personality also might have remained unchanged since the time she joined the robotics club. What did you do in the club back then?
それも今とそんなに変わらない。グライダーを作って飛ばそうとしてた。
Okay.
あの頃の私はグライダーにあまり興味がなく、ただイスカが写真の場所へ行ってみたいと言うから、それを手伝っている感覚だった。
Is it different now?
航空工学は私の専門分野ではないが、研究してみると面白い発見がたくさんあった。
All her aerospace research and like practice and whatever, it's probably led her to help her invent other things that she's using in her other shit, you know?
それにみんなと小鳥やアゲハや葵くんと一緒に何かをするのが楽
You're
しい。
finally having fun again. Yay!
主翼が完成した時のことを
Hell yeah, I
覚えて
remember.
るかい?
Yeah, of course.
あの時嬉しかったんだ。 みんなの力が
Hell yeah.
うまく言えないが、それが形になったような気がして。
Was a pretty sweet day.
だから飛ぶのは怖かったけど、テストフライトが楽しみだった。
Senpai, I was moved almost to tears. I usually don't really know what she's thinking, but now I realize that she felt the same way I did back then.
きっと何でもいいんだと思う。みんなが夢中になれるものなら。
Yeah. That just happened to be the glider. The rest of us could probably say the same thing.
ずっと知りたかったんだ。イスカが夢中になってた理由を。
She said while she was looking towards the scenery on the distant opposite shore.
あの雲の回廊を飛べば、それがわかるかもしれない。
Maybe, maybe not. So that's why you're aiming for it? For that place, even if she's all alone. Senpai probably isn't really that into building gliders even now. She isn't chasing the sky, she's chasing Iska-san. Where's Iska-san now? A question that I meant to ask many times before, but has always stopped by biting my tongue, had just slipped out. I want to know! Tell me! Senpai looked up at the windmills that were turning slowly in the wind.
さあ、わからない。どこかへ行ってしまった。
Senpai was smiling. She didn't seem lonely or sad, it was more like a smile and resignation. I regretted asking such an unnecessary question. Not knowing what to say next, I looked up at the windmills with her. Whenever I see them, it's such a tranquil scene it makes me think that living hastily and always pressed for time is absurd.
それにしても暑いな。ソーラーパネルが大活躍だな。
Probably. Yeah. Other than the windmills, there are also solar panels here. In the direct light of the midsummer sun, those must be working like crazy right now.
そろそろ帰ろうか。
Huh? Well, I wonder, maybe we should stay for a little longer. I checked the time on my cell phone and it's still a little bit too early.
でも暑いぞ。ほら、
I see.
汗がこんなに。
Looks good on you. And she pulled away the sweaty clothes that were clinging to her chest. Agatha said that one day, that part gets the sweatiest. Then, let's go to the convenience store. I'll treat you to an ice cream.
アイスか。
Hell yeah!
いいな。
Love that ice cream. Senpai looked like she was about to start drooling and immediately began walking. I followed her, carrying the bags.
私はストロベリーのやつがいいな。甘酸っぱくて美味しいな。
Hell yeah. Go ahead, eat as much as you like. In order to buy enough time, I'll probably need to make her eat about 2 or 3 ice creams. We're gonna be eating later, but that shouldn't be a problem for Senpai. She eats a lot. She like a garbage disposal. She eat everything.
ただいま。
Party time. Whoa! As soon as she passed the entranceway, Amane Senpai froze due to being surprised by the sound of crackers going off. Seeing Katori Nagaha there, she asked,
今日は私の誕生
I
日。
forgot what day my birthday's on.
違うって。自分の誕生日覚えてないの？
Maybe.
さあさあ、どうぞ奥へ。おう。おう。
Or, with a big question mark floating above her head, Senpai was brought into the dining hall. When she saw the spectacle awaiting her there, she let out an amazed gasp reflexively. I followed her inside and groaned a little. The dining table was overflowing with food.
すごい。美味しそうな食べ物がいっぱいだ。気に入ってくれたみたい。まずは成功だね。
Part 1, Success! Katori Nagaha exchanged smiles.
天音先輩、長い間お疲れ様でした。忘れちゃったの？送別会するって言ってたでしょ？
It seems that she really had forgotten. She said, and nodded when she finally remembered. It's probably because she thought we were fucking lying to her face, because we were actually lying to her face, while also simultaneously planning a party accidentally for her. So, there you go. Can you blame her?
忘れなきゃいけないと思ってたから頑張ったんだ。
If you're trying to forget something, wouldn't that memory become all the more vivid? But we're talking about Mochizuki Amane's brain here. She's different from normal people. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at this. Like, personally, I'm pretty good at this. Where, like, you want me to forget something, or if I want to forget something, if it's something that's not gonna keep getting brought up over and over again, and nobody mentions it, I will let my brain forget it. Or at least forget about it. And then when like it'll come up again, I'm like, oh yeah, forgot about that. You know, it'll be one of those kind of situations. I'm really good at that. Like basically putting it out of my brain and not thinking about things, certain things. That's not good with everything, but certain things. Pretty good at that. It's probably something that takes a lot of training and like mental toughness, but I feel like I've trained myself pretty good at forgetting things on purpose if I want to, you know, or at least putting them out of my mind is what I mean. So I get what you're saying, Amane, and I got you. I'm sorry, Senpai. To keep the preparations for the party a secret, I've been taking you to all those different places all day. Hell yeah, that's what the whole point for me was. Hey, that's not what this was about. Maybe. No, like I said. It's like, hell yeah, I just had my first date too. Psh, what a day. Yeah. Beezy, please. Shut up. More importantly, you guys have done a great job getting all this food ready. Judging from its appearance, it's mainly a Western-style course. I guess it's Italian or French, but I'm not familiar enough with the cuisine to give particular names. However, there's also roast beef and chicken had been grilled in the oven. It's a full-fledged feast! Hibarine is there. Perfect! Hibari-san got revealed by Katori. She couldn't wait to come in and enter the dining hall. So that's how it was. Then it's no wonder. We also did things, okay? It wasn't just Hibari, okay? Afterwards, Anchan and company came in. I knew the rest of them were going to show up. There they are. We invited them to surprise Senpai.
Amane, 引退おめでとう。
ありがとう。いいのかな？私たちも混ぜてもらって。
いいんじゃねえの？俺らも草むしり手伝ったんだし。
We cut the grass! Taro and Mats... Oh, that's right, they did help cut the grass. Anyway, Taro and Masatsugu were here too. Like Masatsugu said, they did help out. Besides, at times like this, the more the merrier. That's a lot of food! And there's Kaneko, of course. Kaneko-san, I thought you went back home. They sent me back. She must have been loitering around the house in her underwear again. But we can't leave her out of the party. She helped out with some stuff too. It's like she's talking about someone else's party. Oh? Hey! Don't go too crazy. This building's pretty old, you know. Okay. Everyone sighed when they saw Amane Senpai's eating manners. They totally ruined her image of a beautiful girl. Keep eating, nothing. Yeah, gotta be the best dish. Hibari-san emphasized the part about Katori. She's a good person, but when Katori's concerned, she can be pretty scary at times. Best chicken ever! She was wolfing down the chicken grilled with herbs with a complete lack of manners. When I thought that I won't see that hearty way of eating anymore, I felt a little lonely.
ついにAmaneも引退か。もっとも、最初はまだ続けてたことに驚いたけどな。
父にたくさん迷惑をかけた。これからは親孝行しないといけない。
お前の口から親孝行なんて言葉が聞けるなんてな。
ねえねえ、あんちゃんもソアリング部を復活させた時のメンバーなの？
俺か？俺は違うぞ。 後から誘われたんだ。
By Amane Senpai?
どうだったかな。
達也を誘ったのはイスカだ。
Iska.
私が作ったパーツを見てイスカがこれはまずいって言い出して
Even Iska's like, we need somebody who can do this shit better than you.
一体何がまずかったのか今でもよくわからないんだが
Senpai didn't understand it, but we grasped it straight away. And therefore, she called Anchan.
あんちゃんは昔から工場の手伝いしてて、その手の加工技術はお手の物だったもんね。
うんそれもあるが
あるが、
もっとこれは誰にも言っちゃいけないってイスカから言われていたんだった
Uh-oh.
危ない危ない
Iska liked Anchan. She said something very meaningful. If it came from any ordinary person, it would have been like an invitation to pursue the topic. But when it comes to her, I don't think that was the case.
それってやっぱあれじゃない
Oh?
今のソアリング部を始めたのはイスカとアマネだ。当時は2人だけだったんだ。
Uh-huh.
二人でできたんですか、部活に。
当時の生徒会は甘かったからな。特にアマネには。
It's because they loved Amane.
何せ学校創立以来の天才少女だ。先生も大抵のことには目をつぶっていた。
Uh-huh.
へえそうだったのか
It's like she wasn't even aware of it. Senpai said while slurping her soup, as if the discussion wasn't her business.
私は天才なんかじゃないのになイスカにいつもバカだバカだ
Iska called me an idiot. I loved it.
あまね先輩のことをそんな風に言えちゃうなんて。イスカってそんなにすごい子だったの？
ああイスカは天才だった
But was she? When Amane answered, she was proud, as if it was her own achievement. A genius that surpasses Mochizuke Amane? I can't imagine it. When I turned my eyes at Anchan, he just shrugged his shoulders and smiled.
確かイスカが見つけてきたんだよな。ガレージとそこに眠っていたグライダーを。
Senpai nodded while she was busily biting into her chicken.
ある日突然言ってきたんだすごいものを見つけたってそれでグライダーを飛ばすことになった
A lot of details were left out, but I got the picture, so I decided to not delve any deeper. This often happens during conversations with Senpai.
お前たちが乗っているあの機体も元は OB が自作したものにアマネたちが手を加えたんだぞ。
Ah.
私ずっとあまねちゃんたちが全部作ったんだと思ってた。
Apparently not.
OB の人たちもすごかったんだね。
Hearing about the great achievements of the past members made us feel pretty small. We've got to work harder. While we were talking about the history of the Soaring Club, the ones who don't have much time to do with it, or don't have much to do with it, were just enjoying the meal.
マー君、これ美味しいよ。ベーコンが巻いてあるやつ。
Bacon!
どれどれ。おお、マジでうめ
Hell yeah.
え。いいなこういう飯。うちじゃラーメンと餃子ばっか食わされてるからな。
うちもお父さんが洋食嫌いだから、あんまりこういうの食べたことない
Hell
よ。
yeah.
おかわりどんどんしてね。まだたくさんあるから。あ、はい。小鳥さんのお姉さん、優しいね。
しかも超美人じゃねえか。葵のやつ、いい生活しやがって。
Don't be jealous, Mabo. I thought you already had your own girl. Shut your mouth, boy.
おかわり
Seconds.
はい、ただい
I'll do it,
ま。いいのよ。水瀬さんは座ってて。
she said as her slippers pattered when she went into the kitchen.
ひばりさんってさ、絶対いいお嫁さんになるよね。彼氏とかいるのかな。どこの馬の骨ともわからないやつに
If she leaves me for some
ね
random
えとあ
guy,
げる気はないからね。
we're no longer sisters.
付き合う相手はこの私が厳しく審査するわ。こっちはこっちでシフコン丸出しね。違うわよ。私はただひばり姉が大好きなだけで。
Really now, that's no excuse at all. Well, it's good for sisters to get along.
ハバネの姉ちゃんってあんちゃんと同い年くらい？
かな。
We all looked at Anchan and then at Amane Senpai.
ってことは先輩とも同じくらいか。
I don't know. How old's Hibari? I don't fucking know. We never found out.
お待たせし しました。
Hibari-san put a second serving of chicken on Amane-senpai's plate. Maybe if Senpai hadn't become the super repeat student and had just graduated normally, then about this time she would also... Nah, there's no way that could happen. She would have swapped her school uniform for a white coat and worked at her dad's lab. Perhaps her life wouldn't have been that much different than it is now.
そういやさ、あまねちゃん、いつもなんか書いてるよね。あれって何の設計図なの？
Tori asked a simple question.
ああ、それ私も気になってた。
It was on my mind as well.
グライダーだが？でももう完成してるじゃないですか。
Uh-huh, Tori agreed. Amane-senpai wiped her mouth and stood up. She left the dining hall and came back shortly after.
これか？
As she laid out the designs mentioned before. It's a glider, but it has a different shape than ours. The wings are attached to the body a bit further forward.
何これ？翼の形が違う。他にも改良されてるわね。胴体の形は同じだけど、ほら、こことか。
Agatha pointed out the small differences one by one. There was a considerable number of these changes.
これは本当は作るはずだった機体なんだ。
This is what we should have built.
本当は作るはず
What the
だ
hell
っ
does
た。
that mean? Amane-senpai nodded.
さっき達也が言ってたけど、今の機体は旧ソアリング部の先輩方が自作したものだ。
Uh-huh.
すごくよくできたいい機体だけれど、細部まで煮詰められて
Basically, it's not as good as this one that I designed. That's what I'm saying.
おそらく外国の有名な機体を真似て作ったせいだろう。機能を理解しないまま模倣した形跡がある。
Mm-hmm.
そこへ私なりに改良を加えてみた。
Okay. We all eagerly looked at the designs. Hey, yawn. Even when I find the differences, I've got no idea why this is any better. But the old members did fly above the clouds using that aircraft, didn't they? They took that photo then. In this case, shouldn't its specs be good enough?
当時の高校日誌によると、あの時のフライトは
Oh, they used to have a towing plane. Dun dun dun. Towing plane, in other words. They didn't use a winch, but another aircraft to pull the glider into the air by taking off together.
じゃあ、最初からかなりの高度まで上がれたわけか。
Yup.
しかし我々に飛行機はない。私はウインチ曳航で少しでも高く飛べるよう設計の細部まで煮詰め直すことにしたんだ。
Okay. And these designs are the result.
でも、結局作らなかったのよね。
Anchan answered Tori's question.
ボディに加工を加えているし、主翼を一から作り直す必要もある。
Yeah, you'd have to do the wings all over again.
これを実現しようと思ったら相当な時間と費用が必要になっただろう。
If they had been working on this from back then, I'm pretty sure Anchan would have been at the center of the production.
できなくはないだろうが、難しかっただろうな。
それに設計図はまだ完成していない。なかなかアイデアがまとまらないんだ。私はバカだからな。
Incorrect, not stupid, just busy. If Amane-senpai can't do it, it'd be impossible for anyone else. Senpai carelessly folded up the designs, put them aside, and went back to eating.
アシールが跳ねる。お姉ちゃん、それどっかやっといて。
Probably a good idea. Bari-san moved the designs to a place where they couldn't get dirty, and we returned to our meal. I want a meal right now, I'm hungry! That's exactly what I'm doing as soon as I'm done recording this shit. Anyway, after the meal, we went out to the garden to play with fireworks. Hell yeah, let's blow some shit up! Since the farewell party was planned in a hurry, there was a limit to what we'd be able to do, but I want to play with fireworks with Amane-chan. Katori decided with her authority, leaving no room for argument. And indeed, there were no objections. Well, the rest of us also wanted to do this because we like blowing shit up.
面白いなこれ。
Hell yeah.
色が変わった。ほら、見て見て、あまねちゃん。
おお、本当だ。いいな。私もそれやりたいぞ。
Senpai was lighting sparklers with Katori. Ah, sparklers? Boring. Let's blow some shit up. Seems that this type of fireworks was new to both of them. They were really enjoying themselves.
ぬるい。ここは一つ、うちらの流儀を見せておかない
Agatha's
とい
like,
けないわ
fuck
ね。
your sparklers. I got some real shit for you right here. Agatha got fired up. She was carrying fountain-type fireworks in both hands. Those are normally set onto the ground. Lighting them up and chasing after someone while wielding them in your arms like that was one of our, Stop it.
なんでよ返してよ
We finally have such a peaceful atmosphere here. Don't ruin it.
葵のノリが悪くなった
You can do that next time, when we're not saying goodbye to somebody.
あーちゃんもう大きいんだから子供みたいな
Tari's like, I want to burn somebody, though. Picture of an older sister being reprehended by her younger sister.
行くぞそれ
Hiya! As soon as he shouted that, Matsatsugu lit up a large number of mini fireworks and threw them all over the place. Watch out!
へっへっへどうだ
You bitch.
麻婆のアホ
Damn you, what if someone got burned?
ドキドキしたく許せない
Get him!
そのバカ捕まえて
へへここまでおいで
あ逃げた
Get him! Hold it right there.
誰が捕まるかっての
You deserve a clothesline from spitting on me before, remember? Bitch.
うわ
Anchan got him. Masatsugu was running around like a little monkey and suddenly got stopped in his tracks. In the blink of an eye, Anchan had grabbed him by the scruff of his neck.
あんちゃん
マーボーちょっとあっちで話をしよう
Got him! Speaking kindly, Anchan took Matsatsugu over to the shadows.
あのなマーボー楽しむのは大切なことだが
Yeah, man. They're
女の子を
girls,
怖がら
okay?
せちゃもう子供じゃないんだお前だって女の子に嫌われたくないだろ
Better be sorry.
あああんちゃんを怒らせちゃっ
It's game over when you annoy Anchan. He did the same thing you were planning to do, you know.
みんな子供だよ
Taro was like, I'm not a kid anymore. Y'all are kids, man.
みんなかき氷できたよ
Oh, kick ass. We're having shaved ice? Awesome. Kanako-san came out into the garden carrying a big tray with shaved ice.
どうぞシロップもありますから、
Kick ass.
わあかき氷だ練乳あるかな
Oh?
私いちごのやつはいはい幼い幼い
Don't push,
ちゃん
don't
と
push.
全員の分あるから
Sorry for troubling you.
いいえいいんですだって小鳥ちゃんがあんなに楽しそうなんですもの
Hibari-san got a little tearful. When I came to the dormitory, the only thing she's really enjoyed was eating ice cream. At some point, the days when Katori doesn't smile have lessened and she has fun every day. Not just Katori, but the rest of us too.
みんな部活動のおかげなんですよね
Yeah, probably. Getting immersed in them certainly brought us all together. Amane Senpai started it together with Iska-san, and we had joined just recently. However, Amane Senpai won't be around for much longer.
おかき氷か俺はレモン味にするかな
Hell yeah, Antron's like, hell yeah, let me get one of those.
あんちゃん俺も食っていい
Yeah, I have some too, bitch. He didn't bar you from activities, he just said stop throwing fireworks at people, okay?
反省したか
Have you reflected on what you've done, son?
したよ俺女の子に嫌われたくない
あんたそれどういう反省の仕方よ
うっせお前だけは女とは認め
You
ない
don't count!
なんだったかな
Uh-oh.
ったくいちいち騒がしい連中ね落ち着いて食べられないじゃん
Brain freeze! Oh!
冷たくて美味しいな
Uh-oh.
この不思議
You're
な
gonna make
青
Amane
色
even
が
more
食欲を
hungry. She's
そ
gonna
そ
go
る
back and eat the rest of the food that's left over. Fireworks and shaved ice. When it comes to summer memories, nothing beats those. After eating the shaved ice, there were still some fireworks left. Looks like Agaha asked Totaro and Masatsugu to buy them, but it's kind of a problem because they don't know much how much is too much. I headed over to where Katori and Agaha were playing with sparklers.
綺麗ね私はもっとわーって派手な方が好きだけどな
I like both kinds, but I'd rather make the most of the last remnants of summer instead of getting really noisy and excited about fireworks. When I lit the sparklers, Anchan came up beside me.
ハンちゃんもやるこの鉄砲型のやつとかどう
They got gun sparklers?
あそれ私の最後にやろうと思ってたやつ
That's mine, bitch.
いや俺はいいよお前らが楽しんでるのをこうやって眺め
He's
て
the
るだけ
old
で
mature
十分
guy who's alright with just watching, man. Everyone looked at him like they didn't really understand what he meant. Anchan sat down beside me and looked towards Amane Senpai, who was playing with fireworks a little farther away. Oh, we actually get some artwork. Nice. Amane was lighting sparklers with Matsatsugu and Hataru.
なんだか可愛いなこの花火は。
線香花火は最後にやるもんだろ。
いいの、好きなんだもん。
私もだ。
チェ女ってこういうの好きだよな。
Anchan, watching over them, had a gentle yet somewhat sad look in his eyes. Hey, Anchan. Iska-san, where did she go? Hearing my question, Katori and Agaha raised their heads as well.
どうしてそんなことを聞くんだ？
Anchan must have realized that it's been on our minds. But despite that, he asked us back. Senpai has told us that she went away somewhere. Well, I don't know. She went somewhere. That's what Senpai said earlier today when I asked her at the Windmill Hill. Amane Senpai kept working on the glider because she wanted to know why Iska-san was so obsessed with it. She might understand it if she crosses over the passage of clouds, is what she said. Hey Anchan, why did Iska-san go away? I, or rather all of us, were probably expecting the same answer. She died in an accident. We expected the worst, but we didn't want to be right about it.
さあ、わからない。
You don't know?
事故があったんでしょ。
Anchan made a surprised expression, as if he wanted to ask how we knew about this.
ああ、そうだ。いつかはその事故に巻き込まれたらしい。
Dun dun dun.
じゃあ、やっぱり。
In response to Katori's murmur, Anchan just shook his head like he couldn't quite say anything definite.
あれは夏休みの間に起こった出来事だった。あの時、あまねも俺も風が浦にいなかったんだ。事故があったことは壊れた機体を見れば明らかだった。
Uh-huh.
けど、そこで何があったかは結局教えられず、いつかは二度と戻ってこなかった。
There was a crash. You guys came back and she was just gone? Interesting. So she really did die after all. However, it seems that Anchan thinks otherwise.
もしその事故でイスカが死んだのなら、もっと大きな問題になっていたはずだ。
Uh-oh, is this going to become a dark mystery story now where the school covered up why Iska died? Uh-oh.
しかし、学校側は事故をもみ消し、なかったことにした。以来、その話はタブーとなった。
Oh shit. I think the rest of this game is going to become super dark mysterious story. That'd be awesome, actually.
探さなかったの？
探そうとしたさ。けど、イスカは寮生で一人暮らし。
Huh.
実家がどこにあるか誰も知らなかった。
Interesting.
トビウオ荘のオーナーさんなら知っていたんじゃ。
教えてはもらえなかった。どうやら口止めされていたらしい。
What about now? Is that owner still around? We can ask her about it, right? That Amane Senpai also...
ああ、あいつも俺と同じでイスカがどうなったのか知らないはずだ。
Huh.
アマネはイスカがいなくなった後もグライダー制作を続けた。まるでそうすることでイスカが戻ってくるって信じてるみたいに。
あんちゃんも続けてたんでしょ？
Anchan shook his head. That meant no.
イスカがいなくなった後、アマネは変わった。
Huh.
人を寄せつけなくなった。
Interesting. Okay.
あのあまねちゃんが？
We exchanged glances as we simply couldn't believe it.
それ以来、俺はアマネと疎遠になっていった。気には留めていたんだがな。誰もいないガレージで孤独に浸るあいつを見ているのが辛かった。
I bet.
それに何より、突然イスカを失って、俺もかなり参ってた。
Uh-huh. We were lost for words. Amane Senpai continuing to work on the glider all alone in that big empty garage? Anchan hurt deeply after losing someone. We didn't want to imagine either.
私たちが出会った時、あまねちゃんはすぐに私たちを受け入れてくれたわ。
でも部員を入れることには積極的じゃなかったわ。
The photo in Isuka's flight log brought by Katori changed this.
歳月が傷を癒して、アマネの堅くなさも評価していったんだろう。けど、
Uh-huh. Melted away. Uh-huh.
あいつがあんなに楽しそうにしてるのは、葵たちのおかげだと思う。
That's good.
また色が変わった。面白いな。
綺麗ですね。
innocent smile lit up Amane-senpai's face as the little sparks were flickering and crackling. The rainbow-colored lights were reflecting in her honest eyes, resembling those of a little kid. Senpai was finding little wonders in each spark, and her curiosity made her brim with excitement.
なあ、誰のが一番長いか競争しようぜ。
Okay.
いいよ。おお、面白そうだな。やろうやろう。
Anchan watched over her with a kind look in his eyes, but it was like he was also looking at something far, far away.
俺は自分のことで手一杯で友達だったあいつに何もしてやれなかった。都合のいい話だが、お前たちがあいつと出会ってくれたことに心から感謝してる。
Anchan, we can do it together from now on. Anchan shook his head.
俺はとっくに引退した身だ。OB として手伝えることがあれば手を貸すよ。
Hey man, you've already done more than enough, but we will keep asking you for help, because we're gonna probably need it.
引退までの間、天音のこと頼む。
Agaha, Katori, and I all nodded silently at Anchan's request. Anchan's cell phone started ringing.
悪い。
I got business.
もしもし、達也です。はい。はい。本当ですか、吉沢さん。わかりました。明日の朝一番で取りに行きます。
Oh shit. Is it fixed? Anchan ended the call and smiled widely. What is it?
喜べ、お前ら。
Oh yeah. Winch time. I know it. When he told us, our excitement suddenly doubled. After that. Hell yeah. Tomorrow, the winches.
ウインチ戻ってくるって。
As we scrambled to inform her about it, Senpai tilted her head and looked at us dubiously.
と、
Oh, we're going flying,
つ
baby.
まり
We can resume the test flights tomorrow. Hell yeah. Thoughts about the last remnants of the summer holiday have disappeared somewhere. Our feelings were already soaring towards tomorrow. Da-da-da-da. I thought I heard some fucking Van Halen music there for a second. I thought I heard the da-da-da-da-da. Might as well jump. Da-da-da. Might as well jump. More like, might as well fly.
校舎裏にひっそりと立つ古びたガレージ。誰かが使っている様子はなく、何か面白いものがあるかもとこっそり中に忍び込んでみた。初めてあれを見た時はなんか変なものがあるなって程度で大して興味もなかった。それが180度変わったのはあの写真を見つけてか一冊のノートに大事に挟んであった。それはとても綺麗な雲の写真。こんな美しい空があってもいいのってくらいグレートな空。けどなんか変だ。なんでだろうこの写真。あ、わかった。そう、その写真は雲の上から撮影されていたのだ。挟んであったノートのページにはこう書かれてあった。なんという幸運だろう。我々は風が浦に突如出現したモーニンググローリーを偶然にも飛ぶことができた。それはもう奇跡と言ってもいい素晴らしい体験だった。モーニンググローリー？飛んだ？そのノート、高校日誌を読み進めるうちに僕はどんどんのめり込んでいった。雲の写真はこのガレージを使っていた人たちがグライダーという飛行機に乗って空の上から撮影したもので、そのグライダーにはエンジンはついてなくて風に乗って雲の上まで飛ぶんだという。一体どんな気分だろう、風に乗って空を飛ぶのは。あの美しい雲の回廊を渡るのは。そうして思いを巡らせた時、そこに打ち捨てられたグライダーを修復し雲の彼方を目指そうと。次の日僕は早速そのグレートな計画を親友に打ち明けた。
Okay. So I guess that was a little flashback
日
moment.
も暮れてきたし、今日はこの辺にしときますか。
Agaha said that as I was taking a break after returning from a flight. Oh damn, we're already at the end of the next day while the test flights continue? Nice. Couldn't we fly one more time? We still have a bit of time before it gets completely dark.
この辺り街灯なんてないし、日が落ちる前でもかなり暗くなるよ。
That's
そした
true.
ら
Without
着
lights,
陸の時危
it's
ない
gonna be
じゃ
pretty
ん
tough to land. She's right. Even when we came back just now, it was hard to see the runway, and my sense of distance was messed up.
というわけで今日はもうおしまい。小鳥撤収するよ。
Agatha called Katori on her cell phone. Currently, Katori was by the winch.
今日はもう終わりか。
Uh-huh. Yeah, though the perfect wind for training has just started blowing.
しょうがない。事故を起こすわけには。
Yeah, we don't need any accidents, you know what I'm saying? Senpai looked towards the eastern sky as she spoke. There is the orange sunset, the same as always. Looks like it didn't appear. The sign. The sky showed that nothing would happen tomorrow morning. I saw her face as she was gazing into the distance. It seemed filled with impatience. We need the morning glory to happen, man. Since the winch came back, every day we've been doing as many test flights as possible. The glider needed some adjustments, but the main objective was Amane Senpai's and my flight training.
今日かなり高くまで上がってたね。どのくらい行った？
Around 600 meters.
ほう、記録更新だね。
Hell yeah, dude.
だいぶつかめてきたんじゃない？
Yeah, but riding on the thermals is still pretty difficult. Thermals are ascending currents formed by air heat heated by the Earth's surface. They occur more often above areas covered in soil, asphalt, etc., where the temperature rises easily. By catching these thermals and riding on them, we can increase our altitude. However, the thing we're chasing is an invisible wind. It's not easy to catch. Also, after we successfully get on it, the wind is still unpredictable. Its flow and strength aren't stable, and it may suddenly disappear. However, if we don't learn how to manage them well, we won't be able to reach the passage of clouds that stretches high in the sky. Amane Senpai was hanging her head with a blank expression. She was poking her pasta with a fork, but she didn't eat one bite. You don't like it?
ああ、いや、そうじゃないんだ。ちょっと考え事をしてただけだ。
She smiled faintly and poked her pasta again. I exchanged glances with Agatha and shrugged my shoulders. Beside Senpai was Katori, absorbed in reading the book that she had borrowed from the library. Why don't you read that after you finish eating? It's no good. She's not listening. Katori was like this for quite a while. She has been researching about the morning glory. Ever since we started the test flights, Katori didn't have anything to do except operating the winch since she was disabled. That's why she seems to think that she's useless. She was really involved in the construction of the main wing, so that's not true at all. But thanks to this, we have found out something important. A few days ago, after the farewell party...
オーストラリアのバークタウンで起こる気象現象について書いてあるわね。
Pestered by Katori, Hibari-san translated the English book. It's about a book about morning glory. According to it, the clouds that appear above Australia can have a total length of around 1,000 kilometers. Anyway, it doesn't have to be just one cloud. Many can appear at the same time. When the sun rises and the air temperature increases, these clouds disappear. There's only around 2 hours until then. For the locals, this is a sign of rain. It's said that stormy winds are blowing violently underneath these clouds. The altitude of such clouds is about 1 or 2 kilometers. If you can ride the updrafts well, then it is possible to reach those altitudes.
海風と陸風が衝突してできる前線が発生の原因なんですって。夜になると気流が冷えて下降し、逆転層が。
メカニズムが分かれば予想は立てやすくなるけど、風が浦とオーストラリアじゃ地形も気象も違いすぎるわね。
もっとこう分かりやすい前兆とかないのかしら。ここにそれらしいことが書いてあるわ。
Hibari-san translated and read out loud.
北から湿った強い風が吹き、夕暮れ時、東の空が
Moist winds from the north, east sky turns purple at dusk.
パブの冷蔵庫に水滴ができたら翌日起こるんですって。
Oh, okay. So there's some signs. Alright, I got you.
この辺りにパブってあったかしら。
Calm down, this is Australia we're talking about.
気温が低く湿度が高い早朝に発生することが多いですって。
気温が低く湿度は高く、前日の夕方東の空が紫色にか。
ちょっと待って。
Excited, Katori opened an old notebook. It's a flight log written by the old members.
ほらここ見て
Katori opened it to the page that described the day before that photograph was taken. In other words, the day before the morning glory occurred. It seems that they also did a test flight on that day, and detailed information about weather conditions were recorded in the flight log.
テストをした16時頃の気温は23度。真夏の日中にしちゃ随分低いわね。
Okay, low temperature, low temperature.
その後日暮れから強い風が吹いて肌寒いくらいだったって書いてあるわ。
This was written in the remarks column. They went through the effort of writing it, so the change in the air temperature must have been quite significant. About the color of the sky, it doesn't say anything. The important thing is that this log was written without the knowledge the morning glory would occur on the next day. They wrote this without realizing that this was one of its signs.
これはかなりのヒントなんじゃない？
Hell yeah, it is.
ありがとうお姉ちゃん。どういたしまして。
See, everybody's contributing around here. Hell yeah. Since then, Katori has been checking the weather forecast constantly. She's also reading books related to weather as if she was trying to become a weather forecaster or something. Summarized, there are 3 signs that indicate the morning glory may appear. 1. On the day before, a moist, strong wind blows and the humidity is high enough for water droplets to appear on a fridge in a pub. 2. At dusk on the day before, the eastern sky turns purple. 3. It gets much colder than most summer days. 4. Perhaps this is all complete nonsense, but that's all the information we have.
ねえ葵、今日の当番って誰だっけ？
For what? I'm not sure. We decided that every day we'll take turns getting up before dawn to check the sky for clouds, even if there aren't any signs the day before. Whose turn is it today? I guess it's Katori's turn, because nobody else can be chosen. What's with all these block choices? It's weird to me. Whatever. It's your turn, Katori. Isn't it Katori's? Katori lifted her head as I said that.
うんそうよ。
Well then, I'd better quickly have a bath and go to bed then. If the morning glory does occur, we'd have to fly right away. That's why we left the glider on the runway and just covered it with a sheet. Even if it doesn't occur, we can still start the test flights early in the morning. It's a little rough, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain anytime soon, so I have no excuses. There's no way we can let this 1 in a million chance pass us by. And there's no reason to think that this 1 in a million chance will happen either. Damn it. I can't sleep. I closed my eyes and rolled over in bed, but the sleepiness wasn't coming back. I got up and opened the curtains. The sky was still dark. I could see the flickering stars. I went outside. In the middle of the garden, Katori was staring up at the sky. How is it?
葵くん。何もなさそう。
I see. I also took a look at the sky. All I could see were the glittering stars. There was no sign of the clouds we were looking for. It was quiet. So quiet that I could almost hear the sound of the stars flickering.
来ると思う？
Oh, I don't know.
来てくれたら最高の夏休みになるのに。
Yeah. But even if it doesn't happen, it's already the best summer holiday ever for me. Summer holidays were always fun, but I enjoyed it so much this year that I think it's the best I've had to date.
私もこんな気分になるのは久しぶり。夏休みが終わるのが寂しい。
Is there anybody who doesn't feel like that? Katori shook her head.
足を怪我してからずっと私にとって夏休みの終わりは新学期の始まりだった。また嫌で嫌でしょうがない学校が始まっちゃう。だから終わってほしくなかった。ただそれだけ。けど今は違うの。夏休みが楽しいから。楽しすぎて終わってほしくない。
Summer will come again. As long as we are alive, dozens of times more. But this year's summer will end eventually. Having too much fun can be kind of bad, right? I think I'm going to be burned out by the start of the second term. Katori giggled at my remark.
私ね、ヒスカのこと自分の友達みたいに思ってたの。
Friend? Friend-kun? Katori nodded, looking quite embarrassed.
イスカが高校日誌に いつかここからいなくなるって書い
She
て
did
たの
write that.
覚えてる？
Yeah, I remember. She wrote a similar thing a few times.
私ね、あれを読んで
Uh-huh.
私も同じように感じてたから、いつか自分はここを去るんだって。
Indeed. Disabled Katori, who didn't really fit into the class, was seriously thinking about quitting school around the time I came to the dormitory. Katori, who constantly felt that she would have to leave, was strongly affected by reading Iska-san's flight log. So you mimicked her by making that list? She added her own points to the things I want to do list that was written by Iska-san.
あの頃、私友達なんて一人もいなかったから、イスカの日記を読んで、彼女を友達みたいに思って。
Well, maybe one day we'll get to meet Iska, if she's alive.
今思うとバカみたいよね。
It's not that stupid. That's not true. You are here now because of those feelings.
だから私、あまねちゃんとはまた別でイスカの夢を叶えられたらって思ってる。友達として。
I see. I also feel like Iska-san was my friend. She was Amane-senpai's best friend and left the glider behind for us. Now I know that she was also like a friend to Katori and used to comfort her in her loneliness. To Amane-senpai, Katori and I, she's an important friend. That's why I also owe a lot to Iska-san.
恥ずかしいこと告白しちゃった。
That's alright. Why are you so happy?
なんでだろう。葵くんにはつい話しちゃうんだよね。
Because we're best friends? I said it jokingly, but Katori cast her eyes down.
そうかも。
We're better than best friends. We're the best BFFs forever. It bothers me a little that she was that embarrassed, but I'm happy that she did accept me calling us best friends.
私がまだここにいて、こうして素敵な夏を過ごせてるのはありがとう。
Arigato. Ah, yeah. And I answered meekly in my mind. I replied, that's my line. If it weren't for Katori, I don't think I would have ever come across the glider. And even if I would have, it certainly wouldn't have been that much fun. It's dawning. The eastern sky was getting faintly brighter. Shall we get breakfast ready? Everyone will be getting up soon, and another busy day will begin. Aw, yeah.
お腹すいた。
You again.
みんなまだ帰ってきてないのか。冷蔵庫になんかないかな。ガッガッ。
There's a duck in the fridge.
チッス、ハット先輩。どうしたの？ガッガッガッ。餌じゃないのか。じゃあ水浴び？ガー。そうかそうか。
Bath time for duck. Wait, what?
今日は涼しいね。これなら下着じゃなくても平気だわ。グワグワ。はいはい。水浴びね。グワー。気持ちよさそうでいいね。私も後でシャワー浴びよっと。
Cool.
クワックワックワッ。ん？ねえ、ハット先輩。なんだろうあれ。ほら、なんか空が。
Oh, the eastern sky is purple, isn't it? Da-na-na-na-na.
うっすら紫色してない。
The direction is...
東よ。
Uh-oh.
ってことは
Possible. The eastern sky was bluish purple. We stopped tidying up after finishing flight training for the day and gazed at the eastern sky.
予兆なのかな。
Could be. This was the long-awaited moment, but we were cautious not to get our hopes up yet. I'm not sure, but it didn't have that color up until now.
さあどうだろう。注意して見てたことないもん。
Uh-huh.
気温は25度。昨日より3度低いわ。
Dun dun dun.
湿度はやや高め。風も出てきてる。
There's a chance.
これはもしかするかも。
We all looked at Amane-senpai. Senpai was gazing at the eastern sky. She was motionless and silent. It was if she was making sure that this phenomenon that could be our sign was real. Or as if she was praying.
あまねちゃん。
うん。
It might occur tomorrow morning. There were 2 days left of the summer holidays. This was the time limit for Amane-senpai's activities with the soaring club.
先輩、 分かってる。うん、大丈夫だ。
I poke Katori and whisper to her. At times like this, it's Vice President's turn, right?
そうだった。みんな聞いて。モーニンググローリーは明日の朝必ず現れる。そう信じましょう。だから今夜は当番関係なく全員夜明け前に起きてフライトの準備をするわよ。
Hell yeah. Damn right. Here we go. 4 a.m. Don't make too much noise. Kaneko-san is still sleeping.
了解。
Katori?
ごめん。
Oh? We got up at the time when a person on duty usually would and left the dormitory carrying our things. There was still 1 hour before the sunrise. We have to complete our launch preparations before then.
ずいぶんと冷えるわね。薄着だとちょっと肌寒いくらいね。
Senpai, will you be alright in those clothes?
大丈夫だ。
ビシッとしてよね、あまねちゃん。これから雲の上まで飛ぶ
She's
んだ
starting
から。
to second guess it, man. Katori, not so loud. Aga, how's the sky?
よくわかんない。
The sky was covered in darkness. With the naked eye, we couldn't confirm whether there were any clouds or not. Anyway, hurry up. If we're too slow, we won't make it for dawn. Come on, baby. When we reached the runway, we immediately began setting up. Right aileron.
オッケー。
Left aileron.
問題なし。
Next is the elevator. When I had a spare moment, I ate a rice ball that I had made yesterday evening. I had to do something about my empty stomach.
あまねちゃん、さっきからどうしちゃったの？
別に何でもないんだ。
大丈夫よ。きっとうまくいくから。はい、おにぎり食べて元気出して。
Rice ball, bitch.
ありがとう。
葵、いけそう？
I don't know. In the training, I finally figured out how to catch the thermals. The highest we've flown during practice has been 600 meters. We won't be able to reach the morning glory at altitudes like that. Gotta go higher, bitch. Suddenly a strong wind blew.
葵くん、だいぶブレーキを出してくれ。
Got it. Even when the glider's on the ground, if wind manages to hit the wings, it will generate lift. With winds this strong, if we're careless, the aircraft might get blown away. That's why we were resorting to the equipment that's used to reduce the lift during landing. Even if the wind hits it, it'll be fine as long as only a little lift is generated.
急に風が出てきたわね。モーニンググローリーの影響かしら。
Could be. In the book, it was written that when this phenomenon occurs in Burketown, Australia, raging winds are blowing beneath the clouds. It'll be a crosswind launch. Of course, with a strong wind from the side, the glider will be blown away. That's why a special technique will be necessary to take off. We haven't practiced it much, but we should manage somehow.
見て、夜が明けてきた。
Oh?